What's up, my people? How you guys doing today? This is Ulysses, better known as DJ Ness. If you have not seen my collection so far, of the PlayStation 1 collection, the video is up. Feel free to go ahead and check that out. Now I'm going to go ahead and step to PS2 collection. And I'm going to go ahead and start real quickly. And I'm going to show you guys the reason I bought a PlayStation 2. I didn't buy it at launch. I remember at that time, lines for PlayStation 2 was ridiculous. There was riots and brawls and fights. And even though I didn't care about that stuff, it's just, for me, it was just not worth it. I was still playing my PlayStation 1. I was still playing my Dreamcast. So whenever I could just walk into a GameStop at a Tribe Boutique, and you'll say, hey, can I get a PlayStation 2? And they say, yeah, then that's the day I'll buy it. However, there was one game that the commercial kept on coming out, and I was like, man, I really want to play that game. And I'm going to introduce to you guys my first game ever that I bought for the PlayStation 2. I was very happy about the system and about the game, memory cards, and they wanted me to put security on the system. I was like, nah, I'm good, because I take care of my stuff very well. But yeah, let me introduce you to the first game that got me hooked on the PlayStation 2, the reason why I went ahead and bought the PlayStation 2. And then from there, I'll go ahead and do the rest of the collection. Hope you like it, hope you got some time, and let's get on with the video. Alright folks, thank you for staying and watching the video. Here we go, first game I ever bought for the PlayStation 2. And that was Omnimusha. Same case, same everything. And it's the original. I mean, it's spanking new. I played it to death, and I just never took it out of the case. It's the first game that I ever bought for my PlayStation 2. Very happy, very satisfied. Played it from the beginning to the end. It was awesome, and I recommend it to anybody right now. Right now, you can actually buy them digitally, like in Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Xbox Series X or S. You can still play it, download it, and get the remastered version of this game, which I did, and I beat it also because it just reminded me of this game so much. Like a lot of fond memories, a lot of but it was a lot of fun. So I'm gonna continue that one real quick, and it's gonna be with Omnimusha number 2. I played it, but for some reason it lost its touch, and I just stopped. I don't know where I stopped. I didn't like it. Maybe I will revisit it again and play it again. Now that was always in my mind. I'm gonna go back and play it and beat it, but I never did. But with this kind of collection, you need to go back and buy those games. Even though you're not playing it, if you want the full series, you need to go buy the whole series. If not, then it's gonna be ridiculous prices right now. That's the reason I bought Omnimusha number 3. It seems like the guy from part 1 came back, because this guy is not from part 1. It's a whole different guy. I don't even know his name. But it seems like this guy was very famous on a specific country. I think you guys remember, I forgot his name, but he comes in movies. The Protector, I think he came out, and some other movies. Let me see if I could just find his name. They don't say his name back here, but I mean, if you look at his face, you guys can know who he is. He's a famous movie star, and he was part of the game. It was awesome, which I haven't had a chance to play it, but trust me, I'm looking at these games, and I'm like, damn, I want to connect my PS2 right now and play some games. Now, I went ahead and I noticed this one that was part of the series, and I never knew it came out. I saw it in, I think it was GameStop, in the, back catalog, whatever you want to call it, and I found it. It was Omnimusha Dawn of Dreams, right? Dawn of Dreams, yeah. I'm assuming it's part 4. It doesn't say part 4 on it, but I'm assuming it is. Like I said, I want to just play it after I beat one. I want to beat the next one, and just understand the story. I just have not. And I have a feeling there's other ones, but I just never, I know there was like a fighting game. I never picked that one up, but maybe some in the future I will. But I never picked it up, but it was nothing with the story. It was just a fighting games with all the characters that came out in the system. I mean, in the game series, and you would select whoever you wanted. So you will select this guy, these two guys, these guys, some enemies, and you fight like a little Bushido blade or like a Street Fighter kind of thing, and mix and match. So it was kind of cool. Let's further on. Now, I hear that this series of Omnimusha was inspired by this game that I'm going to show you. I remember buying this game for the first time and going home, and I was just blown away. Like, what is this? And I remember playing this game, and I couldn't stop. I needed to beat it from the beginning to the end. And that was also Capcom's Devil May Cry. I still remember buying this game, the store I bought it, and I was just excited to go to the home and play it. And to my surprise, I was in love with Devil May Cry moving forward. However, part 2 came out. Enough said. And then, of course, part 3 came out. It was excellent. Now, if I remember well, part 3 was like a prequel, and I liked it a lot. Let's just give some love to part 2. Part 2 was okay. It reminded me of part 1, but when you got to a certain point, it was just not the same no more. I never beat part 2. I barely played part 3, but part 1 I did finish to end. It was more of a, I got the game, I'm going to play it eventually, and just like Omnimusha. Konami's Castlevania Lament of Innocence. Played it for maybe 20 minutes. I did not like it. I hear a lot of people looking for this game. Good luck finding it if it's not too expensive. I bought this for like 20 bucks. I'm glad I bought it. I'm a Castlevania fan, but I really did not like it that much. Might have some slack for that one, but I know a lot of people like it. Anyways, I did not like it. Next one up, and I wish I could change the covers. I don't have the cases anymore, but Resident Evil Outbreak Part 1. See, when I'm talking about the stickers, I tried taking them out, but that's the best I could. Oh, sorry. Resident Evil Outbreak Part 2. Oh, Foul 2. That was also, and then Resident Evil Dead Aim. Now, it seems like because of Resident Evil 4, like GameCube locked that in as an exclusive. PlayStation was not feeling that, so they needed some exclusive of their own. I remember I bought this as a, not this set, but this, I bought it all in GameStop, in different GameStops, and I was able to get all 3 of them, and I was very happy about that. And I think it was no more than 40 bucks, all combined. I was very lucky because those games go real high right now. Next one is called Chaos Legion. I played it a little bit. I like it a lot, but there was something else around. I must have just played that. I really liked what I was seeing here. It's also by Capcom. I gotta go back and dive into it. This is a funny game I'm gonna show you guys. This is the last game I bought for PlayStation 2. I remember I went to Rite Aid and I was buying, I don't know, maybe a soda or getting a milk or something. And I just happened to pass by the DVDs, movies, CDs, games. And this one was showing up right in the middle of the case. And I was like, wait, I don't got that game. And it was like 10 bucks. And it's called Nightshade. And I played a little bit of it. It reminded me real much of Shinobi. And I liked it a lot. So I'm glad I bought that up for 10 bucks. I also in Rite Aid from all places. So even though you may go to Rite Aid, not looking for something, you might find something there. Because I was like, oh, a gem. We don't find those every day. Part 1 of this game came out for the regular Xbox, the original Xbox. Part 2 never went to the Xbox, so it came to the PlayStation. I think Part 1 was in PlayStation, but I never saw it. I might be wrong. I think Part 1 was exclusive for Xbox. But then Part 2 was exclusive for PlayStation. And this is what I'm talking about. It's called Crimson Sea Part 2. So that's kind of cool. Didn't play it. I still haven't beat Part 1, so I was just like, hey, let me go ahead and do the first one first, and I never did. Next game I'm going to talk about is Enter the Matrix. I think this game was just given to me. I never bought it. I think my brother or my nephew gave this to me. Just wanted to play it. Never did. And then he wanted it back, so that tells you a lot. This game, I did beat it from the beginning to the end. It's also from a franchise that you would never think they would make this type of game. It was their first try. I think I liked it a lot. I played it again from the beginning to the end. And it's called The Bouncer. Very underrated game, but I liked it a lot. Real cool game. Next one is one of the best games in PlayStation. It originated from PlayStation, and we're still playing it right now on the PS5. So that is God of War 1 and God of War 2. And then again, one of my favorite games, very hard game, and haven't beat it yet. I'm gonna go back to it and try to beat it. But yeah, that is Shinobi. So that's that type of genre. They're all kind of similar genre. We're gonna go ahead into fighting game genre, and we're gonna talk about that real quickly. So the first one I'm gonna go ahead and talk about, a very hard game to find. I remember buying this game and I was like, am I gonna like this game? I did love it. Seems like other companies went with this style of gaming after they saw it, and they copied it, and they started doing their own games like that. And that is Victorious Boxer Part 1. And it says, Ippo Road to Glory. Ippo is the character's name, or Ippo. Very, very hard to find, game to find, very expensive game to find. I mean, Part 2 is very hard to find. All very expensive, one of the two. I forgot. One of my first fighting games I bought for PS2. I was very excited but disappointed. It's called Street Fighter EX3. It was good, but it's not Street Fighter for me. The Art of Fighting anthologies. So this comes with a whole bunch of Art of Fighting games, like Part 1, Part 2, The Path of the Warrior, 3 complete Art of Fighting games. So Art of Fighting anthologies, as you can see right here. These, I got those brand new in Toys R Us. They had a whole bunch of them, and they had a whole bunch of different type of categories, like this one, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum Part 2. I'm sorry, Battle Coliseum. And it has all a total of 40 characters, all taken from SNK most popular franchises, including Metal Slug, King of Fighters, Samurai Showdown, World Heroes, and many more. So all the characters that Neo Geo owns mashed into one game, and they're all fighting each other. It's awesome. Played it for a while. It was real good. I liked it. Again, I'm all of that kind of Coliseum kind of say bundles. SNK, Fatal Fury, and it's Fatal Battle Archives Volume 1, and then also Volume 2. I mean, if you like Fatal Fury, they're all right there, all of them. Fatal Fury 1, Fatal Fury 2, Fatal Special, Fatal 3, Fatal Fury Final Bout, Real Bout, and Real Bout 2, Newcomers. I mean, they had all of them there. It's awesome. Sega's fighting game, that is Virtual Fighter, and also it's the same one, Virtual Fighter 4, Virtual Fighter 4. The reason they did 2, back then you couldn't do download DLC, so you see those 2 characters right here, they were not in this game, so that was their way of saying, hey, this is our complete version. If you want this one, you get everything from here. If you want this one, you still gotta buy this one. I'm just a collector, so I bought both. Oh, marketing got me, one of the two. Marketing again. Soul Calibur. You want to play with the Tekken character? This guy? I forgot his name. You can only play with PlayStation. If you buy the Nintendo GameCube, you play with Link. And if you buy with Xbox, you play with Spawn. But this is Soul Calibur 2. And that's how they get you with marketing. So you can buy all 3 like I did. Soul Calibur 3. Nothing special here. I don't think I played this one yet. But if it's Soul Calibur, it's Soul Calibur. Go ahead and we're going to go with Death by Degree. And you guys know who this is. It's a character from the Tekken series. And it also comes up with Tekken 4 and Tekken 5. 2 of the best fighting games in the PlayStation right now. And then, of course, Tekken Tag. Awesome series. If you guys like fighting games, those are the ones to go to. Trust me, real fun. Good story, but very confusing if you don't pay attention to it. However, I'm going to continue. The racing genre. This is the Global Touring Challenge, Africa. Somebody gave me this. I never played it. Looks cool. Looks like a rally game. Look at the gameplay. Looks kind of cool. I think it's good. If you like platformer, you know about Jax. And this is Jax X. Super Truck Racing. it says there. I mean, the whole title tells you what it's about. One of the best racing games. I remember playing this as a demo in one of those magazines, and I was like, I gotta buy this right now. I went to the store and bought it right now, and that is Downhill Domination. One of the best racing downhill with a bicycle racing is awesome. Awesome, just awesome. Now this is not a racing game, but it's called Driver. It's more of like a GTA kind of thing, but you do use a lot of the car, so that's why it's only on the genre of racing. I should not put it here, but Driver, Driver 3. Suzuki Superbikes Real Road Racing Championships. There you go. The title tells you everything. It's MotoGP. Another one, Suzuki Superbikes Real Road Racing. Another one, I guess it's part 2. And then from the makers of the Gran Turismo Tourist Trophy, the Real Riding Simulator. I'm into the racing, motorcycles, so I bought it. It was real cheap, so I was like, hey, what the heck. We got Smuggler's Run. Smuggler's Run 2. The Hostile Territory. And of course, we're going to have Ridge Racer Revolution. Real underrated game. Oh my god, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Of course, we got the Gran Turismo 3 and Gran Turismo 4. Awesome games. You guys know what they are. You guys know how they play. They're awesome. We go ahead and play some of these shooters. Time Splitter Part 1. We got X Squad. Okay. We got Jet Li, Rise of Honor. I mean, this is a good movie, kind of fighting kind of game. Awesome. We got the SOCOMs 1 and 2. I remember buying this game, and the guy from GameStop, his name was Chris, and he was just eyeing this game. He worked there, and he was hoping that the last copy was not sold because he wanted to buy it. And I'm like, sorry, dude, because I came directly to the store to buy Red Faction. Oh my god, how good this game was! This game was really good, underrated game. I heard Part 2 was not that great. I did buy it just to have the collection, but maybe someday I'll play it. This game blew me away. I couldn't wait to play more of it, which they did do on PlayStation 3, and that is the Killzone. Not for everybody, but if you just, stick into it, you like it. And then of course, after the great Part 1 that came out on the PlayStation 1, Metal Gear Solid 2. A lot of people didn't like that you couldn't play with Solid Snake, but the other guy, I forgot his name, was awesome. And then of course, Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, which they just announced a remaster version of it. No further ado, we're gonna go ahead and continue. Sonic Mega Collection. So you have Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, and Dr. Robotnik. You get them all on this little collection. You get Pac-Man Fever. It's just like a Fusion Frenzy and Mario Party, but everything with Namco characters. And then the platformers, the real that you still buy them right now, like Ratchet and Clank, the first one. Going Commando, Part 2. Up Your Arsenal, Part 3. Deadlock, Part 4. There's a Part 5, I forgot what it's called. I never picked it up, I couldn't find it. However, it kind of spawned off with another title called Secret Agent Clark. And then the Jak and Daxter 1. Great gate platformer. Great. If you haven't played it, go play it. Very long, too. Part 2. Part 3. Now, he did also get a side game. It's called Jax and Dexter. There was a Dexter game for the PSP or the PSV. I think it was PSP. Yeah, PSP. And then, of course, this game, I wish I went back to it because I was loving this game, but it was just so long and a little bit hard. But it's Maxima. Yep. Ghosts to Glory. Reminds me of Ghosts and Goblins. I think that's where it's from. And then Maxima, Army of Sin. And then, of course, the Mega Man X collection. You know, I cannot have no game system without a Mega Man. And that is 1 through 6, Mega Man X. Then, of course, Mega Man X7, horrible game, came out. Mega Man X, which seems like the same thing. And then, of course, Mega Man X Command Mission. And then to our last genre here. I'm sorry, guys, it's just a lot. It's the genre of RPGs, everybody's favorites. First one is going to be Tales of Lenderia. Next one is, oh man, I can't, Magna Data, Tears of Blood. Good luck with that title. I'm not even going to pronounce this word. Desire 2. I'm sorry. I'm killing it. These 4 titles I haven't played yet. I just wanted to get them in my collection just to have, because I didn't want them being more expensive than they are. And I just picked them up. Breath of Fire, Dragon Quarters. Part of the Breath of Fire series after the Super Nintendo, PlayStation. That's great. Kingdom Hearts, but somebody gave me this. And I guess they forgot to put the right game inside. So the game they gave me was Need for Speed Most Wanted. So thank you for trying. And I got Arc the Lad. Now I always wanted to play this version of this game because if you went online, you had to pay for it. And also you have to play the online version of it too. So Phantasy Star Universe Ambition of Illuminus. Real cool. Hours and hours of that. Wild Arms 3. Wild Arms 4. Now I know there's a 5. I can't get it. It seems like also I hear it's very expensive, so I'm good with that. Maybe somebody of the viewers could send it to me for free. That'd be great. Can't pronounce this. Suikoden number 3. Number 4. And number 5. Real hard to find. And then the Texas version of Suikoden. Then we're going to go with the Hack series, which is Dot Hack Infection, which is part 1. Dot Hack 2. Dot Hack 3. They all came real cool with animes on them, which is awesome. And we cannot forget Dart Hack 4. A lot of people still looking for this one. Real hard to find. A lot of money. And then Jiju, which is the rebirth versions of it. Dot Hack Jiju 1. Dot Hack Jiju 3. Part 2. And part 3. Now this, Volume 1, 2, and 3 came out as a remaster for the PlayStation 4. So if you cannot find these, you could probably find them in the PS4 if you want to go that route. I also bought it, so it was great. Also got the Final Fantasy X. This is the first Final Fantasy to hit the PlayStation 2. There was a big buzz about it. Final Fantasy X2. And then, of course, the online version, which is Final Fantasy 11, that came with the hard drive, the internet connection, so you go online with the PS2. It was not that great. Came back to the 360, which is way better. The online connection, that is. Final Fantasy 12. And then we got Xeno Saga Part 1. Xeno Saga Part 2. And the last but not least, Xenosaga Part 3. I remember buying these 3 games in Game Exchange, each one for $10. Look it up. Tell me how much they are now, because I haven't checked for a very long time, but I know it's not $10 no more. Very happy to have them, that's for sure. That is my collection for the PS2 collection of mine. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you liked the games I showed. I'm sorry I'm running a little bit quick, but I have a little bit of time. And I was going to tell you guys, if you guys see something that I don't have that I should have, that I should try to have, or try to play and see if I like it or not, please in the comments let me know. And always don't forget, follow, comment, like, hit the bell, subscribe, do all that cool stuff, so you can go ahead and see my rest of my collection of the PlayStation. So it was a pleasure showing you my collection. This is again Ulysses. Leave your feedback. Let me know how you liked it. Peace out. See you in the next video.